Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room.
Kubrick was not a director who wore his heart on his sleeve. Well, except for this film. Many people peg Kubrick as being indifferent to human suffering, and indeed his art supports that viewpoint. But Kubrick's love of beauty points that he was a sensitive soul. He expressed his philosophy through many ironic statements on subjects like war and human nature, and in his unmistakable and stylish use of music. But the common thread across all his films is his sharp and wicked sense of humor.
Sieg Heil.
M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E, Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse! Mickey Mouse! Mickey Mouse!
Kubrick's early films demonstrated an affinity for written irony, such as in Signage that comments humorously on the story or characters. His imagery from this period is also spiked with the philosophy that man's elaborate plans can be undone in unexpected and ironic ways. No other director captures the insanity of war better than Kubrick, not only because of his battle scenes, but for his depiction of a primitive, belligerent way of thinking.
There are few things more fundamentally encouraging and stimulating than seeing someone else die.
Kubrick's targets were the leaders who perpetuate war, and the tragic results for the men who have to fight and die for an absurd cause.
See that cockroach? Tomorrow morning we'll be dead and it'll be alive.
You write born to kill on your helmet and you wear a peace button. What's that supposed to be, some kind of sick joke?
But Kubrick's anti-war stance extended to a critique of violence and aggression in general. Kubrick films seem to say that violence is irrational but unavoidable. To this effect, he lampoons violence, most brutally in A Clockwork Orange.
Let the stormy clouds chase everyone from the place.
Kubrick's ironic style holds up so well, it can often seem downright beautiful. And some ironic scenes work if you take them seriously or humorously. Which is why a contemporary reading of his films should address not just irony, but post-irony.
What's the matter? And then we're an island. Before I was a general. And now I'm a fish. Hurrah for the magicians!
Is this supposed to be funny or serious? Often, it's both.
These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do.
There are many academic readings of A Clockwork Orange that point to its ironic use of classical music in violent situations. But perhaps the post-ironic reading is more true to Kubrick's intentions as an artist. The director sees the action as beautiful as well as terrible. So the musical accompaniment supports the interpretation that the scene is both beautiful and terrible. This effect produces a post-ironic mixture of emotions. Getting back to this scene, yes, it's heartwarming, but the song is German, and these are French soldiers fighting a war against the German people. Sincerity and sarcasm are muddled once again. Years later, Kubrick films can read as premonitions of the future. The masks in Eyes Wide Shut are loud and expressive, yet the humans behind them are silent and unemotional. They judge without revealing themselves, a predictor of social media and the internet sensibility. Post-ironic communication dominates the internet because it is often unclear when someone is sincere or sarcastic. Who else could humanize a computer to the point of being more sympathetic than the men who kill it? Kubrick's grand statement that a machine can be an art connoisseur, a polite chess champion, and be afraid of death,
I'm afraid.
is an ironic thought from 1968 that seems more plausible than ever.